email. I just have an example of this envelope, but in order to save space and save cargo shipping, they would take a letter you wrote, they would photograph it and make it all super tiny, and then they would send it. They would cut things out, put pictures, newspaper articles, whatever you wanted to save. You would top, you would have a white, which is kind of scary, or a green t-shirt underneath, and then you would just have the same color bottoms. The belt is all. They didn't have the comfy boots that they have today from Marines. Don't ask me why they wouldn't invest in that. But finally, the military figured out that if you know, Marines are on their feet all the time. So if you take care of your feet, you're going to be a better warrior. So you had these boots. Well, they're not exactly boots, but kind of like low-top boots in a way. Call them boondockers. And then to provide your ankles with support and your calves, you would have these called leggings. Gary mentioned these a little bit. Basically, our enemies knew when they saw these that they were facing Marines. Would carry all your ammo. Notice all the lovely pouches, all for ammunition. Of course, you can tuck some other things in there. You would have your canteen, 1 or 2 canteens, a bandage, which is what's in here, for a little bit of first aid. But mainly, this was a way to carry a lot of ammunition. Marines always have to carry very heavy backpacks. I know you guys sometimes have heavy backpacks with school books, but Marines always have heavy packs. So this is a tiny pack compared to what the Marines have today. When you're walking around a little bit later on, if you go out there, there is a Marine backpack like that you can try on. It's only weighted about 20 pounds, but it kind of gives you an idea. A Marine pack would generally weigh 70 to 80 pounds at least, and sometimes a lot more. And it gets really heavy because the ammunition's really heavy. So all your stuff ends up weighing a lot. This style, this was the first style of pattern camouflage that the Marines had. Gary talked about World War I when they had the green uniform. That's very similar to one of the green service uniforms we have today. That was technically the first camouflage uniform because it was green. Before that, the Marines would fight in blue uniforms. It's like, wow, you can stand out. So finally in World War I, we got the idea of we don't want to stand out, we want to blend in, so we're less of a target. But the first pattern of camouflage, which is how I always think of camouflage, was this pattern right here that was worn by certain Marine units. Things like cigarettes, matches, you might have a nice lighter or something. They didn't have cheap lighters like we have today, those Zippo lighters. I'm not Zippo, but the cheap Bic lighters you can get from the gas station, they don't have that. And this was just simply a cover to protect your matches, because these are all paper matches. If they get wet, guess what doesn't work? And it has our nice emblem on it, the Eagle Globe and Anchor. That's the Marine Corps emblem. There. Life in America. President Roosevelt's super popular. I still think it's wrong he was elected for 4 terms, but that's against the Constitution. But he was a very popular president, and he really helped usher the United States through this horrible war. Of course, you know, he died towards the end of the war and President Truman took over, but very, very popular president. So many Americans loved him. Hey, 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 hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey, 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 hey! 듣던 리듬에 가슴이 뛰잖아. 달아올라 지금 내 심장이. 너의 본능을 깨워 이 시간이 지나가기 전에 아야야 오늘 밤 나는 dancing king 나에게 빠져들어 아야야 오늘 밤 나와 dance all night 지루했던 하늘 벗어 던져버리고 내 안에 잠들어 있던 흥은 챙기고
I feel like I can run around in here like a child. Lydia, say hi. this.
No.
Try that. Try that. Try that. Try that. Try that. You don't want to go on? Okay, okay. Really, record me. I want to go on. I used to do this before. I used to do something like this before. Do it again, do it again.
Ballet.
He's sorry.
Here doing law enforcement work for about 2 years now. I'll just intimidating approach.
Any question, anything you have.
Nothing, anything.
Nothing's out of boundaries.
Yep.
Like any rumors you heard.
Nothing. You got one. I can see you thinking.
How hard is it?
What part?
Oh,
Everything.
Yeah.
Boot camp
Yeah.
isn't as hard as it's made out to be. If you do what you're told and you be allowed, a lot of times they're messing with you because they have extra time. Physical fitness they were looking for. So they dropped me, and the Marine Corps said, what do you want to do? Here's our options, and here's how fast we can send you to schools. Military police was one of the ones that sounded interesting to me, and it had about a 1 week turnaround from going from Camp Pendleton to Missouri where the school is at. So I didn't have to wait a whole long time. But yeah, once you get out, I wouldn't even have to do law enforcement. I could go do computers or be a pilot or something if I wanted to.
My seatmate, say hi. Hi. You've seen her many times in this video, whatever. That's so awkward. So awkward. Sorry. I'm so gonna get home. The Jaguar, How do you like the field trip? Lydia, how do you like the field trip? It was great, it's great. You get a lot, right? Yeah, and then
Learn a new word.
I know.
Katum ako.
Oh, she's learning Filipino. Yay! That's great. That's great. I'm very gutom. Great. Can I be seen? Yeah. So we made it here at school now. I can't even see myself.
Kala iris. Pero may babae, hindi pa rin yun.
Yeah, I can see myself. So now I'm just waiting for my mom. I don't know. I think I forgot to call her. So yeah. Guys, wave high. Okay, wave high. Wave high. Okay. I think I got that. Those guys were my dudes. My 5th batch of dudes, I think. I don't know. So ganun nga. Take ko na ang sinanay ko.